Hello guys, my name is Achibola. You're welcome to yet another fun and interesting tutorial. If this is your first time stopping by at this channel, you're very much welcome. So today I'm going to be teaching you on how I made this flowery applique patch that I made use of for my Ankara ball dress in my previous post. You should watch those videos if you haven't, so that you can learn on how I made this. So I'll be teaching you on how to make that applique from scratch on a very low budget. So if this is what you would love to learn, kindly stick to this video, enjoy and like. Materials needed for this project are your flowers. They come in different shapes, sizes, colors and designs. And note that whatever color of applique you want to make, let your flower match the color theme. Right here I'm making use of neutral colors because I want a neutral look, a neutral color for my applique. If you want it red, make use of more of red. So I got my beads and stones just for extra accessorizing. You'll be using your fabric glue. They come in different types as well depending on what you have. You could also make use of your glue gun if you have as well. So I'll be making use of my net. Yes, you're going to need a net and interface to hold your flowers together. Also make sure that your net matches the color theme of your applique. If you want to make a red applique, make sure your net is also red. Now this is just like a base to place my net up on top so that it will not stick to my table. Then you'll be making use of a threaded needle, also in a matching color. You'll be making use of your of a scissors as
What you're
well.
going to do,
So now
you're
let's
going to
start.
double
You'll be placing
your
your fabric, the base fabric
lining
first on
or
a flat
fabric, your base fabric.
surface, because
That's
one, you
if
do
it's
not
flat,
want your
this is the
work to be
lining.
scattered,
So I'm
and
doubling
secondly, you do
mine.
not
But
want
if
your
it's a thick
fabric
fabric, you're
glue
making use
to
of, there's no need
stain
to double
your
it.
tabletop or
Then
whatsoever platform you'll be
the
making
how
use of.
long, how
As you can
broad.
see right here now, I have
So
folded my
I'm
net
satisfied
into
with this
two
length.
just
I'm
to give
using
it
about
extra thickness and
um
durability. And here I
six
am measuring the
width, six
width
inches
of my
by,
applique and the length. I'm making use of 6 by
let's say
6 inches
six
width by
inches.
7
Anyway,
inches
I'm going
length.
to pin
You
it.
can do whatsoever measurement you please depending on the size of applique you want to create. And now I am pinning both the base fabric and my net
Out.
together. After doing that, I went ahead to cut off the excess net I have. So now after you've pinned it
Of
together smoothly
how you
and
want
well
your
laid, you're
applique
going
to
to go
be.
ahead to draw out the
So
shape of applique
I'm just going
you
to draw
want
the
to
shape this
create.
way, like a
This is like the
diamond shape.
skeleton of your applique. I call it the skeleton because this is where you determine the shape of your applique. If you want
Like
a
a
circular
diamond.
applique, you draw a circle. If you want triangular, you draw a triangle. If you want rectangular, you draw whatsoever. But right here, I am just trying to draw a diamond shape for my applique. I want my applique to come out in a diamond
You
shape.
can see
As you
here.
can see me here, I'm so sorry
It's
I
like a
didn't use
diamond.
a deeper color of chalk, but I hope you could see
I don't know if
that
you can see.
there. So now after drawing it, you have to alight it well so that you'll be able to see and know where to place
So
your flowers. So after being
for
satisfied
this
with the
way.
drawing, I
So
went
now I'm
ahead
going to
to
separate.
separate these stranded or string flowers. Yes, some of these flowers come in a string form, so you have to separate them and trim off all those irrelevant strands away.
How do
So
you want
here
it
I
to
am
be?
after preparing my
So I'm
flowers,
going to start with
everything beautifully laid.
base
This
fabric
is the
basically
period
laid
to
it.
use your creativity, your
And then
creative mind, bring it into play.
this,
Just play with your
just
flowers,
arrange
place
it
them in
first
various
the way
strategic positions depending on how
you can
you
be
want
creative
to,
with.
decorate it. You can mix it up with different, it's not compulsory you do it in a uniform way. You can just be creative with it. So here I am placing different sizes together, different colors together, you see. And my orange flowers there, I made use of that because the
garment, I'm going to place it on as a touch of orange. That was why I bought some orange flowers. So here I am trimming off the strands and placing them in a strategic this process took me about 10 minutes or more, because it took me time to determine where to place a particular flower. I could put it in a place and look at it as, oh, it's not good. So after eventually deciding and loving what I'm saying, I went ahead to apply my fabric glue to each flower here. So as you can see me, I'm applying generously a substantial amount of glue to my flower. All you need to do is just pick a flower from its position, apply glue, and place it back in its position. Some glue will require you to air dry for some seconds before placing, and some will require you to place it immediately after application, depending on what you're working with. So guys, if you've come this far in this video, kindly like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit on the notification bell so that whenever I post any interesting video, you'll be the first to know. So I did this for each and every flower you see here. I took my time to do this, so you should take your time to do this as well. So after gluing my flowers one by one to my mesh, I allowed it to air dry for some minutes, and here I am removing the pins I used in holding the mesh together with the base fabric. So now here is the delicate part of this whole project, where you get to remove the base fabric from the mesh. So it's going to stick obviously to your base fabric, but you just need to be careful in separating them, you see, so that your flowers will not pop up. And peradventure they do not worry, just indicate the position where they pop up from, and you'll be able to fix them back. So after much struggling and carefulness, here I am finally detaching my mesh from the base fabric. As you can see, one of the flowers pop out, or two of it, but I'm not worried because I have another means of securing the flowers together firmly and permanently to the mesh. So now, as you can see, my applique already getting beautiful. So with my threaded needle, I make sure that your thread is matching the major color of your work. Right here, the major color of my work is white, so that's why I'm making use of a white thread. I went ahead to thread, to tack and tack the flowers, each and every single one, to the mesh, because your glue can is not a guarantee that your flowers will stick together for a very long time, so you need to untack. So while untacking, I decided to make use of the beads I bought. So you can do this, you can apply beads if you want, you can apply stones if you want, depending on how you want to accessorize your applique. So I made use of these beads because some of the flowers I bought didn't have any, it was just looking plain, you get. So I didn't like it, I decided to add some pearls on them. So here I am carefully untacking it, taking my time to do it. You have to untack it tightly, not too tight, but firmly, securing your flowers to the net. And make sure, guys, that the tackings you make are the hidden ones. They are not visible easily to the naked eyes. Just try to, hide your stitches neatly on your work. And so after tacking your flowers, each and every one of them, to the net, just secure it with some knots at the back of the net, like I'm doing right here. Secure it about like 3 times knots so that everything would be intact and firm. If you don't do this, then your flowers might not last on your applique. So now I'm done tacking it and knotting it at the back, and as you can see how beautiful the applique is already in the shape at which I made it to be. So here I am showing you the look. Everything is nice and secured. So now I went ahead to trim off the excess net from the applique, and you need to just trim it off. You could use your soldering iron to do this, but there was no light at that moment, so I couldn't make use of my soldering iron. But I made use of my scissors, and here, as you can see, I am raising up the flowers so that I would not cut them off by mistake with my scissors. So you just have to be careful and trim off the excess net away neatly. And as you can see me here still trying to cut it off so that the net would not be protruding out of the underneath the flowers. So here I am taking my time to trim it off. So here is the final result of the applique. As you can see how beautiful it is. Everything is looking cool and pretty, and it's looking secured and intact. So guys, if you enjoyed this tutorial and if you found it useful for you, kindly leave a comment and subscribe, and also do not forget to hit on the notification bell so that you'll be aware by the time I post the next video. See you